What is happening, y'all? We're back with more Bloodborne. I'm SpOrder, and let's go ahead and go. So if you remember correctly, Jura is up here with the minigun, so we're trying to avoid that at all costs right now. Now there's a bunch of beasts over here that we're going to try to lure back into this room where we're safe. And I'm pretty sure there was one more covered with the cloak, but I don't see it. Alright, so we're just gonna run over here. Real quick. There it is. And then there's one right here. And then there's one over there guarding a piece of loot that we're actually gonna wait on that loot. We're gonna grab it later. Right, I forgot about this terrible noise. I'm not sure exactly what this noise is, but it always is here. It's very loud and obnoxious. So right now we're gonna go face off with Jura. He's actually quite a challenge. So hopefully, I kind of have a cheese strat for him. So basically we get to the top and then we shoot him, I believe it's 4 times or 5 times. Speaking of, I need to make sure I have my gun out for that. And he should fall off the edge, and if he falls off the edge, we can save and quit and grab the thing that he dropped, which is very good. Because honestly, he is quite a challenge. Alright, that was actually perfect. So he will die. Perfect. And we got his echoes, which means he's dead. And we can save and quit, and come back, and grab the thing that he dropped. Pushing the PS5 to these performance limits. These save and quits. Alright, and here's the item that he dropped. This is the Powder Keg Hunter badge. So he is, Jura is part of a gang, basically called the Powder Kegs. Alright. Now we can go down and take out his buddy. Well, he's not shooting his minigun at us, so that'll be helpful. His buddy is significantly easier when he doesn't have Jura firing his his minigun at us at the same time. So if you look, he's actually using the same weapon that we are. He's using the saw spear. These hunter versus hunter fights are always a little sketchy. Oh no, 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 no. We are not dying to you. come on back. Alright. We have killed him. We can pick up some bone marrow ash. Now, bone marrow ash is typically very useful for like things like gun builds. What this does is it basically increases the damage of your next shot, if you will. Additional medium that strengthens quicksilver bullets, according to the workshop. This is a special bone marrow ash collected from Hemwick Charnel Lane. Invaluable to hunters with weak blood tinge who require the use of stronger firearms. Now there's some crows over here. So now if you look down here, there's actually an ambush. this guy is trying to ambush you. So is that one. So now that we know that they're there, we can come down here and kind of peek our head out a little bit. And they will try to back away from us. Alright. So now he's guarding some loot, and there's some loot in there that we're gonna go get real soon. That's actually a set. It is a fire resist set. So if you look up here, this is this ladder is where we basically skipped the run from. So we didn't actually do this run. Instead we dropped down into this room. So there's a ladder right here that we can use for essentially a shortcut for now. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to roll. I'm trying to do this with a minimal damage. So we're gonna drop all the way down. And then this room is chock full of these baddies. Ooh, man. That got pretty sketchy there. So that little bar that is filling up, that is what's known as slow poison. So like I said before, these guys, if they hit you, they will inflict poison damage, or poison buildup. So I actually have some poison on me, I didn't realize it. So my health was ticking down slowly. Ooh, 6 blood vials. Alright, so I'm pretty sure there's still a couple of enemies up there, but we'll grab those soon. So we'll open the chest and grab the gemstone. grab the piece of loot here. The rifle spear. This is a weapon that is basically it is a gun weapon. It is the only trick weapon with an attached gun. That's not entirely true. There is a weapon later in the game that we will get that is basically a better version of that. Red moon hangs low and beasts rule the streets. Are we left no other choice than to burn it all to cinders? So there's the Charred Hunter Set. Like I said, that's a pretty good fire resist set, so we can look at it. So the Hunter set that we're wearing is basically it's a pretty good physical defense set. It's got pretty good thrust and blunt defense. It's got pretty good blood defense. It's got okay fire defense. It's not bad. But the Charred Hunter set is obviously just far better. So here we can actually go into here and look at the damage differences between the stats. So if you see 140 versus 110 for fire. So this is the best fire set in the game. 70 fire versus 60 and 80 fire versus 60. It does look kind of cool too. Basically, we look like one of the powder keggers. We were basically fighting the hunter that was essentially dressed exactly like this. But for now, we'll keep our physical defense set on. Alright, so we're gonna go into here. And there is, we're gonna come across our first Shrieker. Yeah, so this one, what it'll do is it'll shriek, and it'll basically enrage all of the ones around it. So we kind of want to take these guys out pretty quickly. But we can also use them to our advantage. So we'll grab this piece of loot right here. More antidotes, it's useful. So now there's a Shrieker up here. Right here. So now what that... basically what that did is that just enraged everything downstairs, and they're all going to be coming up here. So we kind of got to be careful right now. And there are quite a few downstairs, so... As you can see, having our torch out is still very effective against these. And that thing just keeps shrieking. Ow. Yeah, they just keep going, and they just keep coming. There's a lot of them. We definitely don't want to get caught in that animation. It hurts pretty significantly. So I hope, I hope that's it. That might be most of them. So there's that one. We're going to grab this item in the meantime. And I think that might be it, except for this one. Oof. Ran out of stamina there. That was kind of close. Grab the Madman's Knowledge. Grab the antidote. So that is everything dead in this room. Alright, so we can come back to this later. So in the meantime, what we're going to go do is we're going to grab some pieces of loot up in the rafters of this place. So we're gonna drop down here, and then drop here. We're gonna grab a cold blood tube, and we're gonna drop again. So this right here is a blood-starved beast. We are actually going to be fighting this for a boss. It's coming up. I just looked at my echoes. We have 12,000. It's quite a few. That'll be good for some upgrade materials. Or, I'm sorry, that'll be good for some upgrade for levels. Okay. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna first grab this piece of loot on this rafter. Madman's Knowledge. Alright, now we're going to drop down onto here. Some more Molotov cocktails. Now there's that piece of loot over there, and we can try to do it. We might die. I'm not very good at the whole platforming thing that FromSoft games love to do. Hopefully we don't die. If we do, we'll just come back and have to kill everything again. All right, so in order to grab that is basically a messenger decoration. There's nothing special about it or anything. It's not necessary for endgame. It's not a consumable item that's actually like really good or anything. All right, yeah, and I missed it. Great. Okay, so we're actually gonna not grab that. How do I get down from here? Alright, so we're going to drop, let's see, we're gonna drop onto this. Onto this. Oh, and I missed it. That hurt. We're gonna grab this item. We're gonna, that's Ritual Blood 1. So what this is a, basically it's a thing that's used in the Chalice Dungeons. Like I said before, Chalice Dungeons are basically the multiplayer aspect of, one of the multiplayer aspects of Bloodborne. Ton of crows over here. I I really don't like crows. They kind of stun lock you in that animation. Hurts pretty bad. So down there is actually where the next boss fight is. So we're going to be going into there shortly. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to unlock a shortcut here. Another long ladder. Alright, so this shortcut's unlocked, and if you remember this, this is actually where we fought Jura's up top and his companion down below here, so that is where we are. Long ladder. Alright, so now we're going to continue on into here. Now this is a pretty major ambush spot. There's a bunch of monsters and shit hiding in the smoke that we're kind of trying to avoid here. We don't want to get nommed on. So there's one. Yeah, here they come. Ow. And if you look at these are actually burning bodies, so delightful. Yeah, oh, there's a Skitters. Alright. Some bloodstone shards, it's good. So now if you see, we have some werewolves over here. Grab this piece of loot first. More pungent blood cocktails, those are good. Those will be useful for the upcoming boss fight. So we have 2 werewolves here, and these can actually be countered, parried, but it is a little bit difficult to do these. Basically, I found it best to just spam when you have a serrated weapon like this. It does a significant amount of damage to them, and it staggers them pretty hard. Okay, so we're going to come down here and grab this loot. More bloodstone shards. This, we will open this up later. This is actually a shortcut. There's a boss fight on the other side of that door that we have to accomplish first. Alright, so we're going to come, let's see here, we're going to come over here to the left, and if you look up there, there's a werewolf that's like trying to ambush you. So if you can target it, you can actually shoot it and knock it down. So a little easier said than done. There we go. So if you were to grab this loot back here, he'd come down and he'd jump on you. So that is a beast blood pellet that we just grabbed. Basically what these are is these will give you beasthood. Now beasthood is interesting in this game. Basically it's kind of like an all-in tactic. So the more, when you eat it, you get beasthood, and the more beasthood that you have, the more damage that you will do, and the more damage you will also take. And attacking enemies will give you more beasthood. Now, a beast blood pellet lasts for 60 seconds. There's an ambush in this door. There we go. Ow. Perfect. Alright, so. Gotta be careful. There's another ambush on these stairs. Right there. Take out my torch. And I don't think there's items. No, alright, perfect. Alright, so we're gonna come into here. And we're gonna grab this loot. More bloodstone shards. So as you can see, we've actually gotten quite a few bloodstone shards now. We basically have enough to upgrade our next weapon to level 3 automatically. Now this shortcut is actually extremely useful. This is basically where we drop down initially. So we're actually going to go back, excuse me, right now, and we're going to spend our echoes because we have 17,000, and that's quite a few for this early in the game. FromSoft sure loves their long ladders in Bloodborne. Alright, before we do that, let's actually go grab that one piece of loot that we skipped. I don't remember what it is. But now that we don't have Jura shooting at us, it's significantly easier. I heard another one. Perfect. So yeah, as you can see, there's no loot up here or anything. So, excuse me, there's no real reason to come up here. Other than to prove a distraction for the beasts. To have the beast be a distraction to you and let Jura kill you. Alright, so, there's this loot here. The one, well, we skipped 2 pieces of loot, so we'll grab this one. And then we'll also go grab this one over here. So this one's actually sleeping. It's not dead. Yeah, this one right here. Cold blood dew. Perfect. Always worth it to go back and get some cold blood dew. Now we're gonna go back to the lantern. So we're actually gonna Bolt Hunter's mark out. I know it's short, but we can go ahead and do this. And I think we're gonna spend our echoes and wrap up here because, and we'll start the next episode with a boss fight. The doll is up here.
Welcome home. What is very let me.
All right, so what we're gonna do with all of our echoes is we're gonna get 20 invit. It's gonna be very helpful. 793 health is quite significant at this early in the game.
Farewell.
Our damage is still okay for right now. Let's see if we've gotten any better blood gems. Nope, both 0.7, so that's not very good. So we're going to... Let me see here. Yeah, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to... Ultimately, we want all of these to +3, at a minimum. So, right now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to upgrade the Flame Sprayer to +3 first. We definitely need... We're going to be using that Flame Sprayer quite a bit for the next boss fight here. And I need more echoes before I can do that. So we're using the pistol a lot more than we will the torch. So we can upgrade the pistol to +3. Look at that, 18 echoes left. That's perfect. It's exactly where we want to be for the next boss fight. Alright, I hope you really enjoyed it. And hope you stop by for more. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.